Go ahead.
Sydney, what's the process been like for you, getting acclimated here, and what was the fall like?
The fall was a lot of progression, knowing that we're just such a new team. There's been a lot of learning each other, learning new ways of the game, especially being a freshman from where I'm coming from. Just completely different, but I love it. We've been pushed really, really hard this fall, and upperclassmen have been amazing, helping us out, kind of showing us the ropes, but we've been pushed really hard, and I think that's really good for our team. But personally, I'm just really grateful to have a lot of the upperclassmen that have been showing us how we do things at Oklahoma, and just all of us freshmen have been really grateful for them. So it's been a big progression fall.
Sydney, what was your recruiting process like, and what was it like getting that scholarship offer from Coach Gasso?
My recruiting process was amazing, honestly. Obviously, I was looking at a few schools, but I was really, really grateful to get that call on September 1st, the jitters, the nervousness, but it was great. I had been in contact with her from a few camps that I had done previously, and after I came out and took my visit, I just knew that this was the place for me. I didn't even go on any other visits. I just knew that this was it for me.
Did you get the midnight call?
I did, yeah, 12:01.
What were your impressions of Coach Gasso through the recruiting process, and how's that matched up with through the fall, and how now that you're working with her, all that stuff every day?
My impression from her with the recruiting process, she's very real. She's very straight up. So I kind of knew everything that I was getting myself into being here, which I'm really grateful for. I come from an organization with really headstrong coaches, no excuses, just working really hard. And I feel like that's exactly how Coach Gasso is here. It was really no difference than what I thought she was and what she really is when I got here, and which is really great to have a coach like that, knowing that at a lot of other programs it's a lot different. So coming here knowing that she's going to push us till our wits end is honestly the best feeling as a player.
You mentioned taking that visit and that kind of being when you knew you wanted to be here. What stood out just about that visit that kind of made the difference?
Yeah, so when I came on my visit, I actually was with Hannah Core, Tiare Jennings, and Jordy Ball. So it was probably the three best girls I could have had when I came on my visit here. But they were really welcoming. They told me the truth about everything. They didn't sugarcoat anything. This is going to be really hard. This is going to change you as a girl to a woman. And that really intrigued me, because knowing I was going to come here and not only make a change of how I play on the field, but how I am as a person off the field, it was a big turn on for me to come here.
How much has it helped that there are 8 freshmen that you're sort of all going through this at the same time?
Yeah, we are grateful to have all 8 of us together, because everything is very new, and to have 1 or 2 or even 3 or 4, I think it would be a little bit more difficult. But knowing that we're kind of all in this together, and that we are a big part of the team, knowing we all have to step up, and kind of sharing the role of we're young, but we need to get it rolling and kind of take after the other girls and get to know the culture so we can have a great spring season.
Talk about having Tiare on your visit. What's it been like seeing her as a coach this fall, and maybe learning some things from her along the way?
Yeah, I love Tiare. Having her on my visit, watching her, and then now being coached by her, it's such a blessing, because I really do look up to her in a lot of ways, not only on the field defensively, but offensively as well. Before I got here, just kind of studied her swing a lot, and she's just a great player, but again, a really great person. So having her on my visit, and then being able to come here and get the same reciprocation from her, it's been really nice.
So the coaching staff, what's it been like learning from Coach JT and Fale now that you've been in the year and have the fall with them?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the best of the best. It's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, but that's what I love about Oklahoma softball, is they're going to push us no matter what. They know what we're capable of, and they know that they chose us for a reason. And to know that you have a coaching staff that's really involved in your success, and knowing that you can always do better, it's been really nice. It's been really nice, yeah.
So do you come in with a lot of players, and it's kind of, I'd imagine, even though you've been on great teams, how eye-opening has it been, the talent that's here and the talent you're running into, and how good all you girls are?
Yeah, I think all of us, freshmen, upperclassmen, we kind of all come from a place where we are the better players on our travel team. And so to come on a team where the talent is just all around there, it pushes you. It pushes you as a teammate, it pushes you as a person, and you just always want to get better. Looking to your left and right, knowing that everyone is bought in and you're all in this together, it's a really good feeling knowing that you're not the only one giving it your all or trying your best every single day.
You talked about the coaches. I want to ask you about JT specifically. What's it been like getting acclimated to his process for coaching hitting? How different has that been from what you'd experienced before, and just what stands out to you about his approach?
Yeah, his knowledge with hitting, the science of it, I didn't know that you could ever break down hitting with as much science as JT has involved, but it's really interesting, it's really cool. His game plan strategies are always super helpful. He is just really involved in every single way. Like, he sets up our film and our game plans, and when we come in each day, he has something different for each and every single one of us to better our swings, and it's always try this, try that. So it's really nice to have someone that wants you to try something different to get to that goal instead of just kind of, lingering and wondering what I should be doing. So it's really nice, yeah.
And what have you been working on with your swing and tweaking there?
As a whole, we've really just been working on hitting the ball hard. There's of course a lot of different things that we all work on individually. If I broke it down, we'd be here for 30 minutes. But just him super involved with our blast that we do on our bats, all the science we see, all of our videos. So I think the incorporation of all aspects has been really cool with JT.
Talk
You
about
guys are entering a program, all the newcomers that's won 4 straight titles. How do you embrace those expectations that this program has built with all the success it's had over the years?
Yeah, I mean, this program has just had great success in their history, of course, but we have to know that this is a new chapter, and we're just gonna give our best this season and use some different strategies than the teams have used previously, but we're really confident knowing that pressure is on us. I mean, pressure is a privilege, so it's really nice to come into a program knowing that has been the history, but knowing that we can write our own chapter.
I also wanted to ask you about the history of this program in terms of Californians coming to Oklahoma. You see how many Californians come here and have success. What's it like for you being from California, coming to Oklahoma and seeing some of the great players that have made that trek to Oklahoma and being part of that?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's a lot different than California for sure, but girls like Corey, Abby, Bella, we're all from California. I think that's really cool because I didn't really expect that, honestly, coming here to see a lot of girls from California, and then especially after I signed, we got those transfers and everything. So I think it's awesome. I mean, taking that talent from California and kind of bringing it over here, I think it's great, but there's great talent everywhere. So yeah, I mean, there's girls from everywhere here, and it's just awesome. So
what's it been like being around Ella and Cassie and watching their process, and what have you learned from them through your time here?
you said Ella and Cassidy?
Yeah.
We're really grateful for our sophomore class because they were involved in such a great team last year. They've been really helpful. Ella and Cassidy, Nellie, Maya, they help us a lot. In the cages, I always have questions for them. I'm always asking questions to Cassidy about my swing, or I'm always asking questions to Nellie about my fielding, and they're just always willing to help, always willing to give advice. And so it's really nice having people so close in age willing to give you those adjustments and that knowledge.
You mentioned it's kind of a new chapter with so many new players. You talked about the freshman class, but there's also a lot of transfers too. Just how important was the fall in terms of you guys getting even further acclimated, figuring out how to play with each other, just that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we took it very seriously this fall, which was something that we needed, being so new, learning how each of us play, our playing styles, communication, but it was a really important fall for us, and I think everyone realized how seriously we were all taking it. We had a lot of team discussions about how bought in everybody was, and to be on a team already in the fall when the spring season hasn't even started, to know that we all have each other's backs already, it was a really good fall.
How much did you feel that urgency maybe from the coaching staff, just in, fall is usually kind of a warm-up before the spring, but because there's so many players, did you feel that urgency from the coaching staff in particular?
Yes, we feel urgency from the coaching staff, but there was also urgency amongst all of us girls. We really want to make sure that we have the best spring season possible. There's no days off, no excuses. We hit it hard, and every girl is very blunt with each other on this team, and that's something that is awesome about this team is we have discussions as a team, we're all real with each other, and we all kind of say how it is. So it's really nice to know all the girls beside you are going to tell you the truth and what you need to be working on, and vice versa.
For the last year, when we've talked to Coach Gasso about this team, she's been really, really excited, talking about being able to get to coach a lot more since she doesn't have as many veterans. Not that she's different, but from the returners, have they noticed anything more intense, like just more involved from Coach Gasso? She's kind of made that turn of having a ton of newcomers to coach this spring or fall.
I think Coach Gasso is definitely excited being able to teach a little bit more with the team that we have. As a returner aspect, obviously I don't have much knowledge about that, but I think not only is Coach Gasso teaching a lot, but so are the upperclassmen, because I think there's only 8 returners that we've had this season, and they've kind of all just stepped up and taken their role. So I think she's excited about all of that, being able to coach and seeing other girls on the team also help out as well.
Any more questions for Sydney? All right, thank you,
Sydney,
Sydney.